We're starting off high.
We can get a two fools agree on that one. Oh, by the way, look, we got the wide shot.
You had accountability. Now, what I can...
Now all you need is a podcast and a YouTube channel.
No, not even.
Where, give me the money. Show me the money.
Apparently there's a Foolproof page.
Shoot the J. Shoot it. Live at Facebook.com/Foolproof Entertainment Network. I need you on Twitter. I need you to repost the Facebook pages.
To raise a human before I would
trust a human to raise back wolves.
Before I would trust a pack of humans to raise wolves.
Right. I hear you. Yo, what up, fools? Welcome to another edition of Do Fools Agree. As always, I'm your host, Michael Reggie, here with my main man, Clifford Jordan Jennings.
What's happening? What's
good, sir? Oh,
Not
man.
shit. I was holding that call.
You were holding the cough?
Mm-hmm. Why is it when somebody tells you not to do something, it's so hard not to do it?
That's because you, sir, are what's the word I'm looking for? If you were a female partner of mine, I would call you a brat, but I don't know what like the generic term is.
Well, first of all, that's wild that you would That's wild. That's a wild way to start off a conversation. But nah, I'm not even talking about from like a standpoint of like.
Oh, you mean like psychosomatically? Like if
you
somebody
know what
tells
I'm saying?
you don't do, yeah, I got you.
Like even when like it's like you can't like you're not supposed to move your arms. It's like everything gets to itching and you like, damn, I want to scratch my nose so fucking bad, but you know what I'm saying?
I can't do it right now.
Like them niggas in Squid Games really had it tough when you think about it, because I know half the motherfuckers had an itchy nose like a motherfucker, and she was like, red light. Scratch your ass now, see what happened.
You know, it's interesting you bring that one up. I have not watched season 2 of that. I got to put that on the docket.
I've started it, right, but I haven't given it its just due because I'm always doing something else while it's on.
Well, they have a dubbed version, don't they? Or you just mean even?
Even in English.
Gotcha. Because you do kind of have to pay attention because there's like action on the screen. Yeah, I get you.
Like you got, that's the undivided, and I guess that's what's fucked up, right? Maybe that's why sequels don't do as well as you think, because the first one was, like it kept your attention.
It drew you in.
But now it's like what the deal is, so it's not as You're not on the edge of your seat like you was in the first one.
And I can't speak to Squid Games because I haven't seen it, but I think that's why you see so many shows experience the sophomore slump in their second season. Is because you got to break some sort of new ground, otherwise people ain't gonna pay attention.
Or you get the Bad Boys 2 effect where they try to go too over the top, and it's like, damn, man.
Jump the shark on volume 2. Yeah, that's not
good. Yeah. Like I still feel like less is more. You just gotta find a better way to go about shit. You feel me? You already covered that in your first one. Try a different angle in the second one.
Right, or focus on a different character or do something.
Right.
Yeah. Interesting.
Right.
No, it's funny it's funny you bring that up with Squid Games too. Like Kiddo and I just watched what did we watch? We finished Cobra Kai, so I did a rewatch and watched it with him. He loved it. We actually watched Karate Kid on the airplane out to see my mom the other day last week.
What do you think of that?
No, he's seen it before. He actually was the
Mm.
one that picked it out. He's like, "Dad, can we watch this on the plane?" I'm like, "Sure, kid. I got you."
That was what? That was he watched the Jaden one or
No,
the
OG Ralph
oh for
Macchio,
real?
young
See?
Daniel-san.
Right.
Wax on, wax off, all that stuff, man.
That's a classic.
It is though.
That is a classic.
So we watched that. I took him through Stranger Things, which I wasn't sure how he'd handle kind of the horror elements of that, but I think he's past that age now. He's good with the
Right.
horror elements. He likes it. And then right now we're watching Lock and Key, which
Okay.
is a like
Yeah, I started
Netflix
that.
fantasy show. I feel like
Uh-huh.
it's almost too kid centric for you, and it gets a little more like whimsical, which
Right.
doesn't feel your vibe. Like
That might be why.
I know you don't mind fantasy, but there's got to be like blood and violence involved, and there's not a ton of that in here.
Not necessarily, but that always help. There has to be some sort of stakes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
It,
yeah.
so that's been
Where
the recent one.
where would Lemony Snickets fall into the
That's actually an interesting one. I actually have never seen that one, so I'll have to
really?
that we might have to add that to the rotation or the next up. The only thing I'm watching on my own right now, well, not even on my own. One of the watching with one of my friends is the what is it, The Americans, and I think I said that a couple episodes ago.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the current rewatch. I do want to watch, what is it, Paradise, with the dude from This Is Us.
I don't know either of those.
Gotcha. That one looks a little more like spy thriller, Jack Bauer type stuff.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know. This Is Us.
This Is Us is the most emotionally devastating show of the
Yeah,
last like 15 years.
I've heard it. I've heard it before, and I feel like I know people that watch it, but I've never indulged in a.
I mean, that was one of the last shows, and I don't even think we finished it because I think we got divorced in the middle. But that was like one of the last shows I watched with my ex-wife.
Ruined your marriage. See, that's what I'm.
That's how emotionally devastating that
You
show
know, they out there ruining marriages and shit. That is insane, Jack.
Oh man, that and Walking Dead. Those were like our two shows that I remember. Well,
I
no, because
fucked with Walking Dead.
we watched Homeland and The Americans together too. So
I fell off of Walking Dead too.
I feel like so I didn't mind the
I'm
new
off and
one,
on.
the one that just dropped with Rick and Michonne. It wasn't terrible. It wasn't really good, but it wasn't terrible. I haven't watched the new one with Maggie and Negan.
See, I feel like I started that, but I feel like I've seen it before.
Gotcha. Which I don't know. Was that just to Netflix or was that on AMC at some point?
I don't know. I don't
Interesting.
know, but everything
It just
felt
felt the same.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, I
Or
mean,
I had seen it before. I don't know. I don't know.
oh
Everything,
man.
listen, is all out of whack.
You know what I have been getting into lately, and I've been playing a shit ton of it. That new WWE 2K25, man.
For real.
Malcolm and I were messaging about that. And
I
it's
I
just
mean, it's
dumb.
just
It's like it's dumb. Like trust it's like every other wrestling game that's ever come out. But sometimes you just need that, like it's like a comfort food. It's like your comfort show that you just put on in the background. Like, and I'm doing
mm-hmm.
I did the career mode. The career mode story wasn't bad. It was just too quick. I started the open world thing, but it didn't really keep my attention. And now I'm just messing with the My GM, which is where you're basically like running the show and you're setting up the lineup, and you can do it against people, but I've got to go in against the computer, trying to
Right.
get more fans, those kind of things.
Okay.
It's the same thing I used to do when we were younger, man. Like I would do like the interludes for our backyard wrestling shit online,
Right.
where there's like these stories that happened in between. It's the
uh
same thing. It's the same thing. Oh, that
Yep.
GeoCity site. Killer Wolf. Medieval. Catfish. It was good times. Good times.
Oh shit.
Oh, man.
That's crazy. The good old days.
The good old days. The other thing I've
Mm-hmm.
been doing is, one of the partners and I have been playing just co-op games. And so we played.
Your terminology sounds like you're involved in a cult.
That's fine. Might be better than the truth sometimes. Uh, there was so what have we played? We did the Move Out games, and these are all like couch
What's that?
co-op. So Move Out, it's a real silly little game, but like it's literally moving furniture. And you have to do it with a partner, and it's got some physics engines, and like you could throw the furniture into the truck. There's puzzles and things to solve. Like,
Oh, okay.
honestly, you and Karma might enjoy it playing it together. It was fun for us because half of the game is yelling at each other, like, no, 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 pivot, pivot,
Right.
pivot. So that one was fun. We played this game called Catastronauts. Where
Catastrophes.
right, so it's catastrophe. And you think it's cats? No, it's catastrophe astronauts. You're basically like you have to manage this spaceship while it's being attacked. So you have to like repair the ship and then fire weapons all at the same time. And again, it's all like puzzle type games, but it's
Right,
co-op
right.
puzzle games. So that was fun. And now we're playing this stupid little cat pirates game, which is just like a kind of a easy to play action adventure kind of game.
Cat pirates.
Yeah.
All right.
So it's just been, it's been a long time and then Andrew and I are actually playing the new, what was it, Split Fiction that dropped.
Oh yeah.
Which
I heard
was,
about that. Is that any good?
I mean, it is very comparable to the last game or by that developer, which was It Takes Two. The story is more interesting than It Takes Two. It Takes Two was basically two parents who were getting divorced, and then they got cursed or something, and then they had to kind of work through their shit. They still end up getting divorced in the end, but they kind of end amicably because of it. But it's all what I would call like platform puzzles. So like one person's got to shoot the hook so the other person can swing off of it type stuff.
Right,
Split
right. Okay.
Split Fiction is very similar in terms of gameplay, completely different story. So the story in Split Fiction is you're one of two writers who gets invited because you think you're getting a publishing deal, but really what they're trying to do is they put you into this machine so that you can quote unquote live out the story that you published, but the machine is actually designed to take all your ideas, and
What?
you end up all you and this other writer end up being in the same machine, and so you guys work back and forth, and it's the same kind of like puzzle platform mechanics afterwards.
Right. Okay.
But I mean, all four of those have been just fun, man. Like just sit, chill, back to the old school like couch days, couch co-op
Right.
days.
Right. Right.
Portal 2 is another one that, that's an old one, but it still holds up. So, I don't
That's
know.
another. What, like split screen on
Yeah.
the?
Yep. Working towards the same goal kind of thing.
They don't have like the good split screens anymore.
They really don't. I spend a lot of time trying to find just like local split screen games. That's
Yeah,
honestly
they
why
don't.
we set up the other TV and the other Xbox on that so that we could do regular, online play together, Andrew and I.
Do they have like Kane and Lynch on there and all that?
Uh,
And
I don't know if I've seen that. The one that's more intense, more adult that I've seen was that what is it, Army of Two,
yeah,
or
that
The
was a
Way
good
Out.
one.
The Way Out was the other one.
The way out was all right.
I haven't played that one yet, but he's getting old enough that I think I can get away with it.
Yeah, it's not really too crazy.
All right. I figured since it's, prison escape, we've stayed away from the realistic violence stuff, but he's getting old enough.
I mean, there's some of it in there,
Yeah.
but it's not like revolving around
Right.
that sort of thing.
It's probably similar. Like there's a fair amount of like puzzle solving and
Yeah,
trying to
like
get out.
uh-huh. Yeah, it was a decent game. It was
All
a
right.
decent game, and I believe it has like different options you can like end the story with.
Which I love. Anytime your
Yeah.
decisions change the story, that's
Hmm.
that's a key component of a game for me. I did play that Avowed. Was
What's that?
disappointed. I think I talked about it a little bit, but the new like Skyrim type game,
Oh yeah, you did.
and unfortunately, I beat it in like a week and a half. So
They
it
don't
doesn't.
make
No, they don't have the
anything like they
depth.
used to.
Doesn't have the depth. Now the gameplay and the story felt very. I'll just say like familiar, and again that kind of like comfort RPG. It just didn't have the depth, and I didn't 100% it by any means, but the side quests that I skipped, I had no interest in like doing them.
Right.
They were all like fetch quest, go find this artifact, go find this. Like,
I think I think that's why Grand Theft Auto gets so much attention because like literally nothing is made like it used to be, even like the entertainment coming to like video games, movies and all that.
yeah,
And I feel like aside from it being Grand Theft Auto, consumers know that you're putting time into it. It's gonna be the same product that we're used to having. And it's not a lot of things you can say that about.
yeah,
Even the food. Even the food, the fast food tastes different. Like you're constantly changing shit up. You know what I
right.
mean?
And, on the fast food industry, the big ag industry, I'm with you. And it's all designed to do one thing. Continue to poison us, Cliff.
It's crazy.
Oh man. I got
That
into
shit
that.
just
I got into
got
that
me.
I mistakenly got into a conversation like that at work today, which was somehow we got talking about, all the return to office mandates. And I was like, it's just another form of control. And I'm going to leave it at that. They're like, what you mean? I'm like, no, it's designed to keep us focused on being quote unquote productive and not living lives. Like,
Right.
so, and I stand by my stance. If you are mandated, if you can't manage a remote team, you're just not a good manager and you shouldn't be one, but whatever.
I mean, shit. I don't disagree. I don't really see an issue with that statement.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. But we'll all be back, or, all the corporate drones will be back to their offices eventually. So
Right. This shit crazy.
this shit cray. That's why, man, I keep looking. Dude, 120. Found one for 120. 23 acres. 120 grand. The problem is with if you're just purchasing land, it's harder to get a loan to do it
Right, right.
because they don't have an at. Well, I mean, honestly, the land is probably just as valuable as building a house on it, but yeah, I'm keeping an
That's a
eye
lot
out,
of
man.
land.
Yeah, man. You sent me that video of like all those old dudes that built their own little community for retirement,
That shit was
and they
hot.
all it was,
That shit was hot. I'm
and
not
they
gonna
all
lie.
had their little modular homes that I'm
That
sure
shit
were
was
like
hot.
40 grand a pop to produce and deliver. Like that, I mean, that sounds real appealing. And I'm telling you, you do like 5 or 6 of those, and then you do a big pole barn in the middle, like steel barn in the middle, and that's your chill spot. Like you put a
Right.
entertainment center in one corner of it, you put a gym in another corner of it, and then the rest of it is like tables in a kitchen. And that's your community house. That's your old Viking longhouse.
Mike trying to get me to join the cult.
I can't
I'm
be the
in, baby.
I
I'm
can't
already
I can't be the
in.
only dude, man. Come on.
I'm already in, baby.
raise some dogs to
Trying
help
to get
keep an
some
eye on
farming
stuff.
shit. I'm
Well, that's
trying.
what I'm trying to do all my learning with what I'm doing now, man. I'm telling you, get
Mm-hmm.
your little planter boxes and get going this summer.
Yeah, I am. I am.
And I ended up getting seeds from a new place because I was tired of giving my money to Lowe's for them or like one of the big box retailers. I did and it's probably the same shit, but trueleaf.com. And at least
Oh yeah.
they I liked kind of what they had on the website, and they give back and all that kind of shit.
Who are they owned by?
I did not find anything that said that they were anything other than independent. So
Okay.
that doesn't mean that they aren't shadow owned by somebody, but
Right.
it seemed independent. And I've been
Okay.
holding true on the Amazon shit, man. I didn't cancel Prime, I will say that. And I ordered a pack of shirts for Andrew, but other than that, I haven't ordered anything from Amazon in a month.
For real.
Yeah, I'm
I think
trying.
I've I think I've ordered groceries
On Amazon.
once. Yeah, once since March.
So I'm
Whenever
trying.
it started the first time, and then it started the first time, and then when they said it ended, I didn't know motherfuckers was keeping up with Amazon off of it. And I ordered the groceries, and they was like, "Nah, we still ain't." I said, "Oh, okay, all right."
My
I
bad.
didn't know that.
Now I know.
I didn't. I knew Walmart was one,
Yeah.
but I didn't know that. I didn't know Amazon was a permanent. All right, well,
Walmart should always be one just on principle.
right,
With the Waltons and everything.
right. No, I agree with that. Definitely.
And Elon's still losing money. He had another rocket ship explode, so that was good.
Nobody was in it, was they?
No.
No.
This was a test flight for I don't know who the fuck knows.
What the fuck?
Did you see we were going to the moon?
Who's going to the moon?
Somebody did. New moon landing. I think it was China. I don't know.
What they
China.
land up there?
China. I
What
don't
they
know, man.
land the unmanned drone?
I have no idea. I just saw something about it. I mean, they're doing, nuclear fission. They're doing high-speed rail. China seems like they're kind of on top of the game right now.
Yeah, I mean they're definitely doing their thing, but we gonna have to see. I want to listen. You make it to the moon now, and I don't want to see no unmanned drones.
Why? I mean, if they're just going there to collect minerals and stuff, because that's what it's about. Somebody
You think
found a mineral deposit. Yeah, we'll be back to the.
who found it? Oh, with like a satellite or something.
Yeah, I'm sure some kind of spectrometer reading or some other nonsense.
It's a whole bunch of fucking nerds with money, Joe. And they're
What?
making the air.
I
They're
haven't
not.
heard much about Mars lately, so Mars, Mars, bitches.
I just don't understand it. These motherfuckers is playing with rockets and trying to send what? Leave the moon alone.
Leave
You know what I'm
the
saying?
moon alone.
Leave that motherfucker alone. Like just a whole bunch of kids who never got their hands smacked for touching shit that they shouldn't be fucking touching. Like I don't get it. Why the fuck are you messing with the moon? For it turn its back on you, and then all we get is the dark side. You know what I'm saying? Be pitch black at night.
Man,
Listen. And what do you do?
what do you do?
And what do you do? What can you do?
And with go ahead.
What was you about to say?
I was gonna segue us to inadvertent thoughts, but then you kept going, so I was gonna let you.
Nah, nah. Yeah. These motherfuckers. Yeah, I got an introvert though.
What you got?
So I've been doing like my little, well, trying to at least doing my little like meditating, like with
Yeah,
at night with the lights off and shit.
that's
And
called sleep, Cliff.
no, I'm up,
Okay,
motherfucker.
I'm just fucking with you.
I'm up. But like, well, of course, it gets to, well, I don't know. It gets to a point where you don't know if your eyes are open or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And I could feel myself falling like deeper into like somewhat of a trance, which I know is what meditation is, like that clearing of the mind. But then, like, I guess my ADD would kick in, and like, I would be like, what was that noise over there? You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, or like something was like trying to basically, it was the devil trying to knock me off
Short
my
story. It was the devil.
you know what I'm saying, trying to knock me off my shit. But I couldn't help but think, like, is ADD, like, is that a defense mechanism?
I think it's definitely a response mechanism.
What do you mean? Say
Meaning,
more.
I think it's something that is developed as a learned unconscious behavior. And it's a response to either too much stimulation or not enough stimulation when you're young. And I think it becomes part of you as you get older.
Mm.
Because you see all the memes all the time about like the burned out ADHD gifted and talented kids.
Oh no, I don't see those.
Oh, well, that came up this week because a certain 9-year-old got identified as gifted this week. So somebody else was sending me memes and shit about it.
They finna put him through that gate program. Everybody talking about it.
Beep,
Hypnotized him.
beep, beep,
Right.
beep.
Show him those little color slides and shit. With a 6'7" Russian dude in a fucking lab coat in the back.
Oh man,
Oh shit.
ADHD. Case
Oh
in
yeah.
point.
Okay.
Case in point.
Is that what that is? Can that be? Is that? But does that go in with it, or is that just something that people wanted to shovel along into the? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you might be right.
Like people just want to add other. You can't compound a disorder, right?
I mean, yes, you can. There's plenty of linked disorders.
Like what? Give me an example.
I mean, a lot of it is the autism and ADHD, ADHD. There's a third one that people add into that too that they just
He
call
said
AAA.
ADHD.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here. That's not real. That's a
Yes,
real
it
term.
is. It's
Get the fuck out of here.
AUHD.
That sounds like German engineering. What the fuck are you talking about? This nigga said what?
That's being autistic and ADHD, which is a fun combination.
And I'm not laughing at anybody that suffers from the disorder. I'm laughing at you crazy motherfuckers that name this shit. I know what y'all doing. I don't care what nobody said. This nigga said ADHD. Oh my god. I'm telling you, in 15 years, that's gonna be a slur.
I mean, it can probably be used as one now to some extent. It depends.
Man,
It depends if you're self-identifying as it or someone is
how
just
they gonna
calling you that.
self-identify as ADHD?
Oh, dude, I've seen it in dating profiles. People put all that shit out there, man.
I don't know. I don't know where we're headed. I don't know where we're headed. I really don't. I really don't. Uh,
So
I can.
it's funny you brought up meditation
Huh.
because I caught myself. I don't know if I'd go as far as saying meditating, but so one of the things that we did while we were out west with my mom was we did a whale watching tour, and we saw more whales on that tour than I've ever seen. It was our like third or fourth. I think it was our third time going. And at one point, we had seen we'd seen a minke whale, which I didn't know was a thing, and I looked it up afterwards. Apparently, they're very elusive. We only caught its dorsal fin, but still, the captain was even like, "I haven't seen one of those in 2 years." Then we saw two gray whales, which gray whales are boring. They're big, they're slow. They just kind of like they're bottom feeders, basically. So they stir
Right.
up the silt on the bottom and they strain all the food. And after we saw those two, Andrew wanted to go back on deck while the boat was going. And this particular boat was the same one we rode last time, but it hits like 40, 45 miles an hour, which doesn't sound fast when you're on land, but when you're on the water, like that's hopping.
Right.
And the wind's blowing in our face, all that stuff. And I'm just sitting there and I closed my eyes. I just felt the wind and I tried to almost just reach out and it's gonna sound silly, but it made me think of like when the
Titanic.
no,
You
when the
swing.
no, when the Jedi meditate in like Star Wars. Like
Right.
reach out. Reach out with your feelings, reach out with your other senses, that kind of thing. And I shit you not, while I was doing this, I'm like felt like I could feel animals in the distance.
Right.
And no more than like 2 minutes later, we come on this island full of sea lions. And
For
then
real.
and then after that, what do we see? And I'm gonna have to show you the videos because I've made everybody look at them. But we ended up seeing two different pods of or two different families of orcas. And so we passed this sea lion island about, I don't know, 20 minutes later, we come across these three orcas. And these orcas are what they told us was they were engaging in like prey sharing behavior. So basically, one of them nabbed something and was sharing it with the other ones.
Right. Right.
And that one was cool because at the end of our like sitting there watching them, they actually came right at the boat, surfaced, and then dove under the boat like 15 feet off the boat.
For real.
Yeah, so they were super fucking close. And then after that, we're heading back towards port, and I'm pretty sure like I see it over off to our like right, the starboard, and he's going past it, and I think he's just avoiding a tanker, and he's like, "So, those of you that are paying attention may have noticed we just passed Port Townsend, and if since we're at the end of our tour, if anybody really wants to go back, we can, but." Dude, he was driving past them because a pack of, I think it was 7 orca were spotted like 10 minutes from port.
For real.
And we come up on this pack of orcas tearing the shit out of a sea lion. It was 2 males, I think 2 females, and 3 young. And the male has like flipped the sea lion into the air or has come up out of the water with it in its mouth. And the 2 males are beating the shit out of it as we come up on it. Like you can see them with their fins, like boom, boom, boom on the water.
That's some National Geographic
Oh,
shit.
dude, it was fucking amazing. And then the two males kind of peel off and leave it to the young
Right.
and the females. And so they all like we never saw this sea lion again. Um and then as we're kind of wrapping up again our viewing, and this was the most active I've ever seen animals in the wild. Like they were coming out of the water, they were doing not quite flips, but like straight up. They were giving us a lot of just like tail splashes, fin splashes.
Right.
And I get the Free Willy moment like in the last 5 minutes of watching where comes out completely like porpoises out of the water. And as we're finishing up watching this, I turn to my son. I'm like, you know something? It kind of sucks. He's like, what do you mean, Dad? I'm like, we will never see something this cool again in our lives. Sorry that you're 9 and you've peaked, kid. Like,
I mean, you don't know that for sure.
no, but you know, it was
I know what you mean, though.
mostly a joke, but you know, there was some level of seriousness to it.
Yeah, I
Like,
know what you
I
mean.
don't think I've ever seen. Now, that doesn't mean you won't experience something cool, but just witnessing that and witnessing animals of that size kind of doing their own thing and just, I mean, honestly, it kind of felt like they were putting on a show,
Right.
but really
You
just
had
living
a
their lives. Like,
you had an action
yeah,
movie whale watching tour.
yeah,
Where a lot of times they're dramas and you're just waiting.
just waiting, which is the first 2 tours we've been on. Like,
Right.
so yeah, and it was.
See,
It was
nature
so
knows how to make a sequel.
right, right.
The fuck?
But
Why we stray from nature?
it was pretty incredible, dude. And yeah, I
That's what's up.
I don't know that I'll, unless I get a boat and I go sit out in the sound by myself on like a smaller boat, I'll never see something that cool again.
Shit. The activity you talking about, motherfucker, I'm cool on the smaller boat. Motherfucker, I'm cool on all of it.
The good
The
news
fuck?
is on this
And you out by what the fuck out by the wherever you at. I
yeah.
know them motherfuckers. Don't mistake me for somebody that tried to snatch your cousin up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They you would be okay with this particular tour because it stays in the Puget Sound and you can see land on all sides.
Yeah, that's what you say, but I can't swim to it fast.
Probably not, especially not if there's orca around. So,
You know what I'm saying? Listen, and
but
I haven't built a relationship with not a one of them.
But circling back to the meditation piece, it was funny because I did that and then we came across the orcas, which is what I wanted to see. And meanwhile, like towards the tail end of the meditation, what do I start saying to myself? Let's see if you remember it. Salana, hey you, Iasis.
No,
Salana,
no,
hey you, Iasis.
From Dune or something?
From Free Willy, dude.
Oh, no, what the fuck? Who the fuck said that in Free Willy?
It's what Randall. It's what the Native American tells him that the Native American did when he first met the whales, or when he first carved the whale, the orca. Which I don't know if that's if there's any legitimacy to it, but that's what came to mind.
You don't know what you wanted to say, what you really said. This nigga said some wild shit in Aboriginal, American Aboriginal.
Oh man, but yeah, man, that trip was it was a lot of fun. The day before, so we got like one of the best moments ever, and then the day before, we're visiting the REITs. So what did we have to do while we were there? We went on a hike.
Oh, right.
And so we go down by the beach, and it's low tide. And like Andrew and I, we like going down there and like stirring up all the little crabs that are under rocks and stuff, right? Just because it's he enjoys it.
Right.
So we do that, and meanwhile, these crabs are like, "Motherfucker, there's a seagull right there!" So we're flipping rocks, having fun.
Y'all just setting folks up,
right? And we get to what I think is the end of the walk because it's where we turned back last time, which is like this old, rundown and broken down like brick wall from I don't know the 40s, 50s, something. And all the bricks are still there, so they call it like the brick garden. And Andrew wants to turn back at that point. I'm like, all right, I'm okay for us to turn back at this point. Like we've gotten out of the house for a little bit. And of course, the Reitz wants to go further. And I understand why she wanted to go further because there was a tidal basin. So basically, the tide had come out far enough that it had left a basin and then some drier sand and then the ocean.
Right.
And she wanted to walk around it because I guess she hadn't really been down there or she hadn't explored much when the tide had been that low and you could actually access this little basin.
Right.
And so I'm like, all right, fine, we'll do it. And poor A-Reg, he's like 4 steps around the edge of the basin, and what happens? Drops to his thigh in basically a little sinkhole. And of course, freaks the fuck out, flips out, leaves like 2 more little sinkholes trying to get out of it. I help pull him up, pull him out. He loses his shoe. This poor child is traumatized. So he had both the best and the worst moments of his life on this little 3-day visit to the Pacific Northwest. So
listen, I'm with you. I'm with listen, A-Reg on that. Fuck that. You got me fucked up.
Cliff's like, I don't do hikes with them anymore.
Nope. I'll go with my ancestors to the casino.
To the casino. Here, I thought you were doing a Killmonger quote. I'll jump into the
no.
Put myself out to sea. He said the casino. Oh man. The Brickyard. The Reitz is in the chat, letting me know that the Brickyard is from 1890, not 1940. And she's defending herself and saying we still need to come visit. So, all right, you got any other inadvertence? Sorry, I did the travel story there.
Not that come to mind. I know I was thinking about something else. I can't remember what though.
All right. Well, then let's talk about the group chat heard around the world.
Yeah, explain that to me because I missed it.
So this was like the big breaking news, I think either over the weekend or early this week. But basically a bunch of folks on the Trump National Security and Military Council were sending military plans regarding the Houthis in a Signal group chat to which they had added a member of the press from the Atlantic newspaper. And so people,
like on accident or on purpose?
Who the fuck knows? I think they claim it was on accident, and then they tried to like cover it up and say, well, he doesn't know what he's talking about. That wasn't anything, blah, blah, blah. And then he published the Signal chat because these dumb motherfuckers think that they can, do whatever they want. What I found funny was the people that basically foreign counterintelligence agencies were basically like, if they're doing that on an unsecured phone, we already have it. Basically acknowledging that, foreign intelligence already has all of our phones tapped and can listen to whatever the fuck they want, whenever the fuck they want.
Right.
But, it was just the latest bumbling, idiotic move by the current administration that, the media picked up on and all the comedian talk show hosts had a good time with. And ultimately, do I think it really matters? No, because I think, to your point, it won't be the last. And it'll be forgotten in a matter of days if it's not already forgotten.
I mean, but what did they find anything out from the text message?
I mean, it was published. So any plans that were in there, I'm assuming have been scrapped at this point because they had basically plans to have airstrikes on Yemen to go after the Houthis. Which I looked that up because I was curious because I'm not familiar. Like I know I've heard that name and I know I hear them referred to as like a terrorist organization or whatever. So everything that I could find is they're funded by Iran, and the reason why the U.S. is getting involved, this actually feels legitimate, is because they've been attacking ships in the Red Sea. And the Red Sea is how we get goods from India and I think maybe from China as well so that they don't have to travel by sea all the way around Africa. It basically lets
Right.
them cut between Africa through to Europe. So cut across like that northwest corner of Africa to Europe, which is also where
Right.
the Gaza Strip is, which is also where I think it's the, I don't know how you pronounce it, but the Suez Canal is. Like that's the real reason why we have an interest in the Middle East, because that's a very profitable, trade route similar to the way the
Right.
Panama Canal is, right? And so the belief is if you control that, you control the trade routes. But the Houthis have been attacking it and attacking ships in it. So, at that point, that feels a little fuck around and find out. It isn't what I usually feel our government is, which is just backing whatever, their version of terrorism wins.
Right. So if that's the case, then what, like, because I guess what would then be the big deal about the plans being leaked other than them potentially finding out the plans?
I mean, they know the plans then. Like that's the big thing. Is so whatever they were planning ain't gonna work or shouldn't work unless, the Houthis are
Yeah.
like, maybe the Houthis are in the whole, well, but do they know that we know that they know?
Right, right. And that, I guess that's my
That's
whole thing, right?
intelligence and counterintelligence, right?
Because technically it wouldn't have mattered if that got leaked or not, because they already knew silently.
Right, right. So I think this whole thing has been blown out of proportion. Yes.
So really it's their fault. They're the ones who made the mistake, right? Because you should have never said anything. You should have just let a sleeping dog lie. But instead you was like, well shit, we already got y'all tapped, so we knew
Right,
you didn't have to say anything.
right, right. No doubt. But it did make me think about group chats and how they may be the worst form of communication on the planet.
Why? Because you can't trust as many different people in them.
I mean, it's not even a trust thing. It's just they're fucking annoying, dude.
They're very annoying. I didn't start accepting group chats until like recently.
I've only been ever added to a group chat by, no, I was going to say by you, but that's not true. We had a couple of entertaining ones with the football coaches.
Yeah,
I
no.
was added to a polycule chat at some point, but luckily that died.
Yeah, around the time we started doing hit the showers is around the first group chat. That was my introduction
Yeah.
into, because I didn't care if my family sent me a group chat. I'm out of this bit.
It's funny. So Kevin is notorious for trying to set up the group chat and everybody bounces.
Listen, I am out of that bitch.
And somebody in the chat just said you've just been added to another group chat. So believe that was directed towards me. Thanks, Becky.
Yeah,
Just
that.
oh man. So yeah.
Listen.
I mean, I don't know what it is about them. It's that, I think it's just that they always seem to pop off and go crazy at like the worst possible times. Like
Mm-hmm.
the only thing that ever goes through my head is like, y'all don't have anything else to do? Like, shouldn't y'all be working?
No, I don't really think that, you know what I'm saying? Because I understand that people have different schedules, but
No,
it's
I get
just
that.
like,
My favorite is the one who gets mad in the group chat, but then like puts it on blast on everybody all at once, or just like them and another person. It's like maybe y'all should take that outside the group chat.
right, right.
Like I feel that was who was it? Q and CT maybe. It was
I
Q
don't
and
know.
somebody, but just going at it. It's like, brah, chill, man. It ain't that serious.
I don't be paying attention. And then that's another thing about the group chat is I'm not about to.
Go back and look at all of
Yeah,
it.
if I missed it, I missed it.
Right,
It wasn't that deep. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Unless somebody brings it to my attention, like, hey, go check that link out or something,
right.
then. But yeah, no, I'm not going back to check to see what somebody said 4 hours ago.
No, absolutely not.
That shit crazy. Who did that? There's a, I mean, what, who, why was that a, like, I guess, like an email chain? Like, is that like
Yeah,
the.
There's a distribution list. And don't get me wrong, like I'll use it for the teams I coach, but it's very informational. Like, hey, we have practice at this time. Let me know if you can't make it.
All right.
But like that's the only thing I'll use it for.
Damn, that
I mean,
shit crazy.
for a while, you, Shelby, and Gordon had one, which was really just Gordon, and then Gordon and you, or Gordon and me, depending on the day or what the topic was.
Right.
Like
It was too.
those could have
It
been
died.
individualized texts,
It died because of the alien shit. There was too much alien shit.
right?
We still ain't seen evidence of a motherfucking alien in all these conferences that this motherfucker been promoting. You'd have thought that was on his mixtape or something like that. This
Right.
nigga promoting every conference that's dropping. They ain't told you a motherfucking thing about an extraterrestrial.
Not that they've admitted to yet. I don't know, man. I hear things about that Age of Disclosure movie. But again, I
That
think it's
what?
that there's a new movie that dropped at South by Southwest. It's a documentary called The Age of Disclosure, and everything I've heard about it is just that there's more people talking about it, more quote unquote reputable sources. But you're right, there's no evidence
Mm.
other than videos we've already seen, whether it was the egg or
And it's not like I'm
the Tic Tac.
like it's not like I wouldn't be excited if it took place. I'm just like, shut the fuck up. Like, shut the
Right,
fuck up about it. If you're not going to say nothing, shut the fuck up. Nobody wants to hear that every day of the week, but
right,
you're not saying anything.
right. Well, it's funny, like so Kristian Harloff from the Schmoes group, he started an EUAP podcast, and honestly, like in the last 2.5 months, 3 months, he hasn't even done like a full hour length episode
Right. Because
because
you
there ain't
can't.
nothing new to talk about.
Right. It gets real repetitive after a while because you're not getting any new information.
Right.
And people have been speculating about that for years. So you're just running a rerun if you're doing that.
Meanwhile, did you see the new? I think they're calling it like the 8th generation fighter jet that China just launched.
Mm-mm.
It looks UAP ish. That's all I'm
Does
gonna
it?
say. Yeah, it's real sleek. It is more. It's tighter, so it's not like the typical fighter jet profile. It looks more akin to kind of the B-52 stealth bomber, more that like triangular shape,
Right.
but it's got a smaller profile, which means I'm sure it's got something that makes it relatively invisible to radar or whatever. So, but I the more we don't hear anything, the more I'm just like it's another country. Like they've already proven that they're passing us technologically. Now, we can talk about how much we spend on the military, but we don't see where all that money goes. So I'm just
Right.
convinced at this point it could just as likely be building what we think are UAPs as it could be just lining someone's pockets.
Right.
So,
Well, I
and
mean, it can't be really building. I guess it could be. I don't know, but I feel like when you're the richest man in the world, being Elon Musk, and you like bottle rockets and shit like that, eventually you'd be like, man, this is the fucking fifth rocket I done fucked up. Let me get one of them UAPs that they got down there they've been working on and try this a different way. And we haven't seen anything like that yet. So that
right,
leads me to believe that we're just lining pockets we're not really concerned with.
I'm with you.
Or they have their of the thought that we don't need the UAPs, we just need whatever weapons gonna shoot them out the sky.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So fuck building their technology. We just gonna get these rail guns and these direct energy lasers and shit. So when they start doing that, we gonna have a fucking rave light show in this bitch.
Oons, 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 oons.
That's how you go ahead and just fucking shit falling out the sky with lasers. Like
Look at this laser light show we got going on.
somebody outside with a diaper and a light up pacifier just doing their little That's what I'm trying to tell you, boy. This shit finna get crazy.
Oh man, facts.
That's funny.
Honestly,
What were
I'm
we
with
talking
you at
about?
it. We were on the little bit of UAP topic. It started with
Oh, right.
the group chat thing that just more idiotic moves by the current administration, but shit happens. Um, I'm with you
Or
though.
it
Like
could
I
be a
haven't.
genius move. And they was like, I think that they got our phones tapped. Trump was like, I used to move things back in the day, allegedly. I know the motherfucker taps a phone. Go put a fake something out there and see if we can't get these motherfuckers to bite.
I
And they
mean,
did.
it's quite legit. So
I'm bullshit. I doubt it was the case, but if it was, you've underestimated.
I do believe we've underestimated
Right, right.
the. Oh man.
That's funny. What what was that text about? I want to know what that text was about.
What text?
When we was talking earlier.
No, it was just group chat. Wasn't that it, or was there something else?
No, no, you said something. Oh, did you?
I thought that was all
Oh
recorded.
no, the Associated Press.
Oh, the Associated Press. So that's
Yeah.
just another news organization, but it's independent.
Oh, really?
So it's independent journalists.
So you've been volunteering there?
No, I just said that I've been following them. So like
Oh,
that's where I've been getting my news from because I was doing the Straight Arrow news, but it just doesn't have enough content.
what is that?
Straight Arrow News is the one that'll show you like here are the stories the left's
Oh
reporting, here
yeah,
are the stories that the right's reporting. Here's how biased we think it is. Blah blah blah.
yeah. I think I did say that's interesting. So what's the issue? You said that they're not putting out enough news.
Yeah, they didn't have enough content. Like they only had like 5 or 6 articles a day.
Well, I guess that would be the case because your whole like business structure is based off of other people's content.
Yeah, which is I mean it's a fair call out, but that's also why like the Associated Press just has they have a bunch of different areas that they follow. So,
Right.
yes, a lot of it is kind of geopolitical what's going on in the world, but there's a fair amount of like economic and science and other things on there too.
I like the crossword puzzles.
Yeah. I've been doing a few amount of word games.
I don't like the crossword
I
puzzles.
didn't. I was gonna find it hard to believe, but I was gonna let you roll with it.
I don't like the crossword puzzles. Nah.
uh,
I mean, I pick up my books every now and again, my Sherlock Holmes puzzle books, but
yeah,
I can't do a crossword puzzle. It's too boring.
there's a word game, and it was one that I'd seen ads before playing other shit. There's one right now that is like, I'm trying to think how to describe it. It's basically like a word list, and you have to like link the first word to the second word to the third word to the fourth word. So like
Oh, for real?
star or first word could be movie. The second word starts with an S. Movie star. The third word starts with an F. Starfish.
Oh, so it's the first word,
Yeah.
not the.
Well,
It's not a.
they keep playing off of each other. So like the first word leads into the second
Okay,
word.
I
The
see
second
what
word
you're
leads into
saying.
the third. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it
That
could
one's
be
been.
like fish sticks
Yep.
from there.
Yep. Hey, do you like fish sticks?
Do I like fish sticks?
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't had a fish stick in years.
Oh. Did you like fish sticks?
I mean, I don't like fish dicks, but fish sticks.
What are you, a gay fish?
Fish sticks. I
That's a
mean,
South Park joke, dude.
uh,
And Kanye West doesn't get it. Doesn't get the goat joke, so he turns into a gay fish.
see, they be on bullshit. Like, what? How you get? I mean, fish sticks used to bang, back in the day.
I mean, I bet gay fish bang.
Yeah. But do they though?
I don't know, man. I'm tapping out of this joke. I tried.
but do they? I mean, that's why I don't know, like how that would even work anatomically. Like, is it like you just riding on a fish's back? Like you just think.
Well, considering they have external fertilization, I don't think fish have sex. Because the female lays the eggs and then the male fertilizes them.
Oh.
I think that's how it works with fish. Somebody that is more adept in the chat.
So the female has her period, and the males just jack off on it.
Yeah, basically. External fertilization.
That's some shit there, huh?
So just think, the next time you're walking around in the ocean, you're just really swimming in fish semen.
You know what I'm saying? Fuck the fish sticks. Yeah. I wouldn't deal with all that. They should be fucking. For real.
Well, you got to watch out for those fish STIs, man. That's what you should be worried about in the ocean.
You can't get them in the water.
It's not the. Yes, you can. The reason they say you can't get it in a hot tub is because it's all the other chemicals in there that are designed to kill it.
I was just playing.
The other one you have to be careful of is the clap, because you can get the clap in your mouth. You don't want that gonorrhea of the throat, Cliff.
I could have done without your Utah Mormon health class. You know what I'm saying?
And yes, it was confirmed. That is how it works with fish. So.
For real? That's crazy.
Now watch out for the fish STIs the next time you're in the ocean.
That is crazy. Swim with your mouth closed. They concerned about what we put in that motherfucker and you out there just jizzing in the ocean. That's like, that's like somebody's air. Like, that's inconsiderate. Like, that whole setup is very inconsiderate. You just.
I mean, they also urinate and defecate in it. So. I mean, what are you gonna do, man?
Yeah, that's like somebody like just like the equivalent. Nope, that wouldn't even work the same. I was about to say somebody.
Just be
pissing and shitting and throwing it up in the air. It's just in your breathing.
Just be grateful. Just be grateful that that's not how blue whales mate with their 20-foot penises.
Well, that's what I think.
Can you imagine how much jizz comes out of a 20-foot penis?
Is it really 20 feet?
It's something ridiculous. I think it's actually like 7 feet, but still.
I'm about to say 20 feet, you got area codes. You feel what I'm saying? Around the corner and get a whale pregnant. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, nah, gee, that's crazy. That motherfucker just.
What if a blue whale's blowing another blue whale and he doesn't swallow? That's a lot of spunk just floating around in the ocean.
I'm about to call the police.
The chat also chiming in with, you can't get ick from a fish.
You can't get what?
You can't get sick from a fish, I'm sure is what it meant to say.
Listen, I'm sure Lil' Kim thought the same thing.
Where is Lil' Kim these days?
Nobody recognizes she turned to Joan Rivers.
Oh, is that how it works? I thought she was Star Jones.
I don't know who that is. Let me look her up.
Oh man.
Man.
It was a joke, Cliff.
I was kidding. I was only kidding.
Hey, did you hear that one?
Hear what?
You guess you didn't. I think the Reeds needs to tell me if she heard that one, because
what?
I was kidding.
Oh yeah, I heard that.
I was told that I don't use the soundboard anymore, and I'm pretty sure I used it a lot 2 weeks ago. But
for real, who told you
not
that?
a lot. The Reeds, our number one fan. She was like, "Why don't you play the lawyer lady in the booth anymore?" And I'm like, "I do."
Allegedly. The lawyer lady up there in the booth is telling me to say allegedly.
We haven't tossed out a lot of
allegeds. No, these have all been factual.
Yeah, we've been speaking real legible.
We've just been. It's 7.9 feet for a blue whale penis, by the way.
7.9. Yeah, I mean that's not really that impressive in comparison, but
because he's 100 foot long,
right?
It's.
What's I want to say.
I want to see it's. I want to say it's about the same ratio.
Right.
Average male penis is what 5.5, 6. 5.5. Actually, I think it's between 4.5 and 5.5. Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah, you're. I'm not.
Golly.
And yeah, I guess 8 feet over 100. I mean, it's 8% of their length, their overall length. So I guess that's about the same. 60 inches.
Yeah. I guess, yeah.
No, I mean, 72 inches for what? No, 60. Yeah, 72 inches. So
look, 5 inches. I like the fish sticks. I like the fish sticks. Get over there doing fish stick algebra.
Whales aren't fish, Cliff. Oh man.
Oh dear, they're not, are they?
No, they're mammals. So you can get sick from them. Oh, the show has gone off the rails, sir. I don't know what you did.
Listen, I know what happened. I know what you did. This motherfucker went to Seattle and saw a couple of whales swimming on their back doing a backstroke. He had some mathematics he wanted to get off his chest and he got home.
Oh, man.
That's funny. Oh, shit.
Well, what else we got, sir?
That
other inadvertent come back to you?
Oh yeah, Fresca.
Fresca
is proof.
The drink?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's proof that you can get used to anything.
Say more. Because it's not good? Is that what you're implying?
Yeah, like if it's not anything that I like I bought it on accident.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a sparkling water.
It's not.
And I didn't know it was like it's like a watered down Mountain Dew with equal instead of sugar.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I hear what you said.
When I tasted it, I couldn't. It was like, oh no, they're like, I don't like anything.
I have to get rid of this.
that aspartame taste.
Yeah.
That I don't like anything that has that. And
not a Diet Coke fan then.
No, not a diet anything fan.
Yeah.
But I drank it, like, I'm not gonna let it go to waste. It just took me a while to get through it. And I realized that by the last couple, I was drinking them. Like,
you weren't struggling through it. You were like,
right.
This'll do.
Like I could like have multiple gulps of it, and I was cool for real. And I was just thinking, like, if that happens like that, then you really can get used to anything.
Yeah. No, I completely agree with that. I mean, they've done it to our food sources already.
I mean, I guess that is a great
example
of.
Taco Bell hadn't had real meat in their food for decades.
It tastes like it, though.
It does,
It tastes like it.
I still go for a Crunchwrap. I almost got one this week. I tried, and Taco Bell was closed, so I ended up
The
in
only
Wendy's.
thing I really like there are the Doritos tacos and the quesadillas.
Oh, Doritos Locos.
And the quesadillas. That's all I'm really concerned for there.
I do the Crunchwrap.
I used to like the Mexican pizza, but
not since it came back.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it. Again, it's not the same.
Not the same. They did for a while. They did their like Cantina Power Bowl menu, and I like that. It was a little more real, or at least it tasted a little more real. Yeah. The only fast food that I really do is it's either McDonald's breakfast or it's like a Wendy's spicy chicken or a Wendy's salad. And then occasionally a Taco Bell Crunchwrap.
That's how you know. But that's how you know these greedy motherfuckers ain't doing it right. Because if you was smart, you would be like, Taco Bell, you want a number 4? Okay. Did you want to make that a large? All right. If you want real meat, it'll be a $20 upcharge. You know what I'm saying? Your meal go from $11.99 to $31.99, but you got real meat.
They did that, but they called it Chipotle.
We'll connect the two, sir.
Just put them in the same store. Do you want real meat or fake meat?
You know?
Just put them side by side. Here's the Taco Bell menu. Here's the Chipotle menu.
Then we get the fat cut out real quick. Getting to the point where the prices are comparable anyway.
I mean, it's true that you can get used to anything. Like, I mean, isn't that the whole story with beer in general?
Yeah, I guess so, huh?
That's very much an acquired taste. Yeah. And now it's delicious.
Yeah, I guess so, right? That's why I got to drink the sparkling waters to keep me from drinking
to balance beer, it out.
Because it's like, it's not that I just enjoy the taste, but as far as the drinking, we're at the same frequency. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just taking a beer and then chugging a beer. No, I'm, drinking it slowly. And that I don't like the sparkling water enough to drink it any other way, but slowly.
Yeah. I've been at least trying to balance the pop and the water intake, but it's not that
Does Fresca count?
No. What was which one? It counts as pop. As soon as you add in the aspartame.
Right. Fucking nasty ass shit. I can't even say that really anymore, but it still doesn't taste good. It's just my body got used to it.
It's serviceable.
My taste buds got used to it. I don't fucking know.
All right, man. You got anything else?
No, not really. I mean, love everybody. And I guess I do, right? Because what I did, like, okay, I guess what I've been getting out of, the meditating and shit is I have asked myself a few profound questions, and I guess I've come to a few realizations.
Okay.
And one is, as much as I attempt to love, when I say like love everybody and all that, I don't do the best job projecting it. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said, like you felt like you almost had to kind of extend yourself while you were on that boat to get the reciprocation from the animals. I'm not doing the best job of that in an everyday, day-to-day, basis. Like, I guess you can't really do a good job projecting love when you go through the day so stone. You know, just
Yeah.
straight face getting the task completed. And what I also found that was a shame is like, why the fuck do you have to have no job to really be able to take the time to work on yourself?
Again, it's all system of control.
Right. Like, would never have come to these realizations that I've come to in these past couple weeks if I were to have been employed. You're drained by the time you get out of work. And it doesn't matter what kind of work you do, whether you're roofing or you're in customer service, you're either physically or mentally drained to the
Drained.
point that it's like, I need recovery. I don't want, you know, inward.
Yeah.
You know
You
what
don't
I'm
want and
saying? I
you
don't
don't
want to
want to
work
work
on
on
myself.
yourself at that point. No,
Right.
absolutely. I think
So,
where that and what I've learned about myself is that honestly, I kind of felt the same way about a relationship at that point. Like when you come home after that long day of work, like
right.
it's hard to put energy into a relationship. That's why I don't
Right.
know that, ever being in a true full time me and one other person cohabitating, like I don't know that I ever see that happening again because the only time
Yeah.
I get to myself sometimes is that couple hours between when I get off work and when I
Right.
close my eyes.
I mean, I consider it to be circumstantial, highly
There's some
unlikely,
of
but
that, but yeah.
circumstantial because I have no problem, like, being in a situation like that. But trust and believe I can't settle. It would have to be a counterpart. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like,
True.
not just a friend or someone that I'm physical with. You have to be like an extension of myself in a way.
Yeah. No, I completely agree.
Because I don't have the time or patience to train anyone on the ways of Cliff. Either you see it and you understand it immediately, or it's not going to work.
Yeah.
Because I'm damn sure not about to be explaining myself every 5 minutes
Right.
because you're trying to keep up. Nah, miss me.
Fully get it.
But, I love you and I wish you the best. And I'm going to do a better job projecting that energy moving forward.
That's a good message to end on.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, if you're joining us for the first time on, I don't know, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, check us out. Foolproof Net, all social networks. Do us a favor. If you're watching us on YouTube or listening to the podcast, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, tell an enemy, tell them to
Tell them to
troll.
troll.
And with all that, peace out, fools.